What's up, guys? I want to give you 3 reasons why you should not get bogged down by the ratings and the ranking systems that are out there that are telling you who the top players are at a particular position. Number 1, it is not possible for the people that are in charge of these ratings to see every single player that is out there. So just off of sheer numbers, they're not going to see every player. So how is it really possible to say that someone is the #1 receiver or the #1 quarterback when they haven't seen every single quarterback that is out there? Number 2, a lot of times the rating systems are extremely subjective, which means that the ranking is based on the person that is writing's own biased view. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that view, but that particular person just has their view and they like a certain style of play for whatever reason, but that style of play may not necessarily be the style of play that a coach wants, right? Nick Saban wants a different style of play than a Jim Harbaugh. So you just have to put that in consideration when you're thinking about what they're saying when they're saying a player is the #1 ranked quarterback. Lastly, the reason why you shouldn't get discouraged by these ratings and rankings is because players develop at different levels, different times. So if you think about it, a person might have peaked in terms of their growth freshman or sophomore year in high school, and then they don't get any bigger or faster. So while they were dominating when they were 14 and 15, things leveled off by the time they became a senior. And on the flip side, someone that may not have started to develop when they were 14 and 15 years old, by the time they become 16 and 17, they really start to learn their body, they get faster, they get stronger, so now they're playing at a different level. And so those players that had high ratings when they were sophomores, freshmen, may not necessarily be the same players by the time that they become a senior. And so since players develop at certain different levels and different speeds, that's another reason why you shouldn't get discouraged if you don't have a ranking or a rating or a bunch of articles or YouTubes on you when you're a freshman or a sophomore. Just wait. I'll give you a perfect example. When I was a freshman in high school, I was only 5'5", 125 pounds. Crazy, right? By the time I was a senior in high school, I was 6'1", 190 pounds. Massive growth spurt. I was just a late bloomer. And there are a lot of kids that are just like that. So while I didn't have anyone checking for me when I was a freshman and a sophomore, by the time I was a senior, I had multiple schools recruiting me because I had great size and great speed, things that I didn't have when I was a freshman and sophomore. So people develop at different speeds. Don't get discouraged if you don't have a bunch of ratings when you're younger, earlier on in your career. So if you find yourself in a position where you're not getting the amount of exposure that you think that you deserve, do the research on the type of schools that you think you want to play for according to the system that a coach runs for his team, and find ways to get your film or play in front of that coach such that that coach can learn about who you are. Because once again, it's all about just getting an opportunity to play for the right coach in the right system. Do not get bogged down by these rating systems. They're great from the standpoint of exposure and getting certain kids' names out there, but they're not the end-all be-all as it relates to your opportunity to play at the next level. So number 1, don't get unmotivated or discouraged by the fact that you don't have a rating or you don't have a whole lot of people writing about you. Number 2, make sure that you can find ways to get exposure by attending camps or working with the right trainers or playing on the right teams such that you can get that exposure. And number 3, make sure that you are able to get in front of a coach or a school that has a system that you think will exploit your skill set. So we'll close out with this. Just keep working extremely hard. Focus on your task, which is getting to the next level. Put yourself in position to get an opportunity to get exposure. Go to the right camps, continue to work on your craft, talk to the right coaches, and just work hard and wait it out, because what is supposed to happen is going to happen. Just put yourself in a position, go to a school, play for a coach that has a system that is going to exploit your skill set, and everything will work out just fine. Do not get discouraged if you're not a 5-star rating, or if you don't have a bunch of writers or people filming videos on you on YouTube. It's gonna be all right. Just keep grinding and everything's going to work out.